The views and opinions of this podcast do not represent official sources.
Because of the extreme amount of bass, listeners' discretion is advised.
This show has been brought to you in part by Two Black Labs Audio. You are listening to A Week in Geekdom. So here we are, folks. This is the first ever room tour. So let's see how this goes. Actually, I think this is like the first time I'm recording with my phone. So yeah, let's do a quick rundown on everything. Of course, I am a huge fan of posters from Inhumans and Guardians of the Galaxy. The Batman 75th anniversary poster, which I don't know if you can see. There we go. Yeah, perfect. And before I was into comic books and all that cool stuff, and I was way into manga and anime before I started reading comic books and all that stuff. It's my anime DVD collection with some Blu-rays. Basically, this is the animation shelf, and I'm going to get to the figurines in a little bit. As far as Blu-rays are concerned, I don't have a lot of Blu-ray anime stuff. This is basically it. Attack on Titan, Black Lagoon, Clannad, Eden of the East, Eureka 7, the Evangelion movies, the new ones, Rebuild 1.11 and 2.22, or whatever. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, of course, the Stardust movie, Fujiko Mine, Ghost in the Shell, the 25th Anniversary Edition. We've got the Hellsing OVA collection, Blu-rays, and over here we've got the last of the Hellsing Ultimates, movie 9 and 10. We've also got High School of the Dead. The OVA, I really for completionist's sake, because it sucks. But yeah, I had to have it as well. Infinite Stratos, it's not my favorite anime, but it's there for some reason. Mass Effect Paragon Lost. Awesome movie because mainly I am a huge Mass Effect nerd. Redline, Samurai Champloo, Space Dandy, Sengoku Basara, Eden of the East, the movies, the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood OVAs, and I got Young Justice there because simply I ran out of room. There's my little Mara glass for the bombshell variant version. So yeah. DVD-wise, there's really not a whole lot of series compared to other collectors that I've seen out there. I just basically collect stuff that I watched as a kid and love. I'm not actively pursuing new series. If I like it, I'll watch it on Netflix or on TV, or Toonami, or something like that. But yeah, basically, here's the rundown. You've got one of my all-time favorite animated series ever, Transformers Beast Wars, Season 1, 2, 3. We've got Big Wind-Up, which I found on a great deal on Amazon. You've got the first season of Black Lagoon. We got the first, 1, 2, 3, 4.2, and seasons 5 of Bleach. I stopped because it's way too much filler, and I don't have the money to keep up with that series. I've got the movie there. I've got Case Closed, Le Chevalier d'Eon. I hope I pronounced that right. Chrono Crusade, I still need to finish that series. I only picked up the first volume for some reason. Code Geass, one of my favorite animes. Count of Monte Cristo, Cowboy Bebop the Remix Edition, Cowboy Bebop the Movie, Darker Than Black, Death Note. Funny thing, I missed out on getting the Funimation exclusive version of Cowboy Bebop on Blu-ray, and now I am lamenting myself, because it is gorgeous, folks. Next up on our shelf, we've got DN Angel, Dragon Ball Z. Actually, I did not want to collect Dragon Ball Z because I have had enough of Dragon Ball growing up, but I saw one of the Kai sets for real cheap, like for less than like $15 or something, or $10 on a special sale, and I just picked it up, and it's great without all the filler and all that stuff. And of course, since they haven't done the Boo stuff, I had to get the brick sets. Yeah, I do have GT. I know it sucks. No need to remind me. What else we've got over here? We've got Ergo Proxy, Eureka 7, Fate Stay Night, Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series, and the movie, which, by the way, I have not picked up Fate Zero or the new one, the new Fate Stay anime, simply because they're horribly expensive, and I'm not going to waste so much money on a particular series. You've got the Fullmetal Alchemist OVA collection, some old school Garfield movies, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex Second Gig, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex Second Gig, Solid State Society movie. We've got Go Danner, my Gundam collection, which of course is very limited, Gundam Seed Destiny, Gundam 00 or 00, Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, one of my favorite movies, Gurren Lagann, got Kids on the Slope, Inuyasha, Last Exile, Millennium Actress, and of course some Looney Tunes action going on over there. Next up on our shelf, got Monster, Mushishi, Knowing, One Piece, Paranoia Agent, Paprika. If you haven't noticed, Satoshi Kon is my favorite anime director, so I have almost every work of his. Romeo and Juliet, Rurouni Kenshin, Samurai X, a little Sayuki, Samurai 7, Speedgrapher, Scride, Summer Wars, Spirited Away, Those Who Hunt Elves. I do not know why I still have that, but that is actually my very first anime purchase. I mistook it for something else. I don't know why. Tokyo Godfathers, Trigun, Badlands Rumble, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, Witchblade, Wolf's Rain, and Yu Yu Hakusho. And for the curious, down below we've got the Batman animated series, the Justice League animated series, the Superman animated series, and you got some Elseworlds, as I like to call them, the Batman Brave the Bold series, as well as the Batman. And over on the top, I mentioned, of course, Young Justice. So yeah, that's basically, well, almost all of it. Next up on our shelf here, I got some couple loose Blu-rays. Basically all the Marvel, well, a Marvel movie, and a bunch of DC animated movies, from Batman Beyond, Return Joker, all the way up to the most recent one, Batman vs. Robin. Some PlayStation 4 games, I guess. And some Funkos, because everybody's got Funkos these days. Mine, of course, Spidey, Venom, and the Loot Crate Groot. And speaking of figurines, I guess we should cover them, right? Figurine-wise, I try and collect a figure of a favorite character. I am not into huge amounts of collecting every single toy or whatever. I just got something of a character I love. And over here on the top, got some statues, some Marvel Selects, Kotobukiya, Deluxe Editions, and such. But yeah, folks, moving on to while we're here. Also, I sort of forgot to mention, I have a bunch of Lord of the Rings figurines that are completely worthless on a market standpoint, but I love them anyways. Some Pokemon action, and yes, everybody hates the Ultimates version, the Ultimates 3 book, but I love the art, and Joe Mad is one of my favorite artists. I have his signature there. I don't know if you can see it under Cap Shield. That was pretty awesome. Books, manga, comic books. Let's go. I have some couple random books I'd like to show you for some reason. Basically, like my two Bibles right now. Understanding Comics from Scott McCloud, a great book if you want to understand and dissect this medium that we all love, comic books. And Voiceover Voice Actor by Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt, two of my favorite voice actors, and really my passion and everything I want to do in the future is a voiceover career. Next up, well, actually, I should continue. Some of my favorite novels: Far Side of the World from Patrick O'Brien, Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms. We've got a Merriam-Webster dictionary for Garfield. I am a huge Garfield fan, folks. We've got a Spanish edition of Miyamoto Musashi's Five Rings book. We've got To Kill a Mockingbird, some Greek theater plays, yada yada yada. Last Lecture by Randy Pausch, one of my favorite books. Tolkien, The Silmarillion, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, my favorite geeky books of all time. Of course, the Martin books for the Game of Thrones series, which I have all of them here. I forgot they were down below. And I do not collect a lot of manga. I'm sorry. I've got some Naruto stuff, Kenshin, Onegai Teacher, some random Gundam volumes. And over here, down below, I do have Samurai Deeper Kyo in its completion. I'm starting to read Pluto from Otosawa, and I'm starting to collect Bakuman as well. So yeah, that's actually my manga collection. If you've got any suggestions, I will happily take them, and I will get into some more manga. I have ordered more Kenshin stuff, and I have ordered more Urasawa, so yeah. Other than that, I would happily accept any recommendation for some manga I should be reading. So yeah, let's get on to the comic book stuff, shall we? This is one of my favorite shelves. Of course, it's the Ultimate Marvel shelf. I am a huge Ultimate fan. I've said this on A Week in Geekdom a lot of times. Ultimate Marvel is the reason I'm here doing this video. I got hooked. I love this. Ultimate Spider-Man was my gateway drug for the comic book world. As you can see, I have all of it, or almost all of it. Ultimate Spider-Man, oversized hardcovers 1 through 11, Ultimate Fantastic Four, the Ultimates, Ultimate Marvel Team Up, Ultimate Comics Avengers, Ultimate Comics Doomsday, Ultimate Comics Divided We Fall, United We Stand. What else? Yeah, the death of Peter Parker, spoilers, Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, and all the Ultimate Comics stuff, as well as some single issues, which I won't get into because there's a lot of single issues here, folks. Yeah. So moving from the Ultimate Marvel stuff, let me go into my independent reading, of course, which is not a lot. I want some recommendations as well, because I really need to start reading some indies, if you will. Over here you've got some Chew action, The Walking Dead Compendium, Invincible Compendium 1 and 2, some image series, which I will try to focus here. Rat Queens, Pretty Deadly. What else we got here? Oh, The Wicked plus the Divine, Alex and Ada plus Ada, Low, some Mass Effect stuff, American Vampire from Vertigo, as well as Sandman, Hellblazer, Why the Last Man, and of course one of my favorite books, the library edition for Hellboy. I don't know if we can get that. There we go. Beautiful book. Love this book. Some of my omnibuses. I'm starting to collect omnibus omnibuy, whatever. Yeah, omnibuy. Sorry about that. I'm starting to collect omnibuy. I've got the Marvel 75th anniversary omnibus, because let's face it, I'm not going to collect every single issue out there. So it's a great coffee table read, if you will, of all these classic stories. There should have been more, but whatever. You'll have to excuse this little cable over here, folks. We've got the Annihilation Omnibus, Annihilation Conquest series, as well as the Cosmic series, Realm of Kings, War of Kings, Thanos Imperative, the Guardians of the Galaxy series from DNA. Next up, we've got the Fantastic Four series from Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus 1 and 2. I'm starting to read JSA, so I'm really hooked on that, as well as the deluxe edition of The New Frontier from Darwin Cook. And, yeah, great material for coffee table purposes, DC Comics Year by Year, Visual Chronicle, and the Spider-Man Chronicle, because, yeah, Spider-Man is my favorite comic book character of all time, so I had to have this book. It's gorgeous. Everybody should read it. It's fun. Yeah, next up, here are some of my single issues, which I don't know if you guys can see very well. Some of the recent stuff I've been reading. Of course, Secret Wars, I got the first issue here. Spidey and Humans is supposed to be in here. Inhumans, yeah. Basically, I'm going to summarize this. This is composed mainly of my pull list, which includes Spider-Man, Inhumans, Guardians of the Galaxy. From DC, we've got Justice League, Batman, Aquaman, Batgirl, whatever. And from Image, we've got Black Science, Revival, Saga, and something else I'm forgetting. And yeah, I don't collect a lot of single issues. I'm trying to go into the hardcover and trade world, I guess. So next up, rounding things up, here is the DC side of things. Basically some of my favorite books for different characters, as well as events and recent New 52 stuff. We start, of course, with everybody's favorite. We've got Batman. I don't know if you can see that well. Yeah, let's see. I am so sorry for the lighting issue. But, yeah, let's try and get this. We got Batman Year 1. That's Dark Knight Returns, of course, classics on everybody's list, basically. We've got The Long Halloween, which is my favorite Batman story, and its sequel, Dark Victory, and Haunted Knight, all classics. The first ever trade I bought besides Spider-Man is Batman Hush. I've got some more Hush stuff here, Heart of Hush and Streets of Gotham Hush Money. Hush Money was not that great. We've got Batman Earth 1 Volume 1, Batman Earth 1 Volume 2, and this rare, obscure title, Batman the Cat and the Bat, which is like Batgirl's first encounter with Catwoman, which was totally weird and kind of funny at the same time. We've got the Stephanie Brown series for Batgirl, which is one of my all-time favorites. Love the series. Love this series. Some Superman stuff. Superman Birthright, one of my favorite storylines. And Superman Red Sun, my favorite Superman storyline. Here we go. And what else do we have here? Oh yeah, Superman, Batman, Supergirl. This made me a fan of Supergirl. Before I was not reading it. Reading her character and stories. Some Wonder Woman stuff. I'm trying to get all the classic stuff. I got some Gret Rucka, and for some reason the Heinberg, which a lot of people do not like, for Volume 3. One of my other favorite characters, Zatanna. I've got the Paul Dini series here, Volume 2, and the Blood Spells hardcover, original graphic novel. Next up, we got the Teen Titans series from Jeff Johns. We've got Volume 1 of that run all up to, I guess I did collect a little bit more. But yeah, Titans East, which is basically when he left, with Tony Daniel on art duties. Yep. Teen Titans Earth 1, Volume 1 with Jeff Lemire. I love this title. And Aquaman, unfortunately, does not have a lot of trades. So I have basically Volume 7? 5? I don't know. It was a time with the Water Hand, folks. Aquaman, the Water Bearer, and Sword of Atlantis. We got, what else do we have here? Secret 6 from Gail Simone, and my events collection, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Identity Crisis, Infinite Crisis, and of course, Final Crisis, Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and Flashpoint, which is what got me into DC. When the reboot was about to happen, I was not reading DC stuff. Most of my, as I said, collection is in single form, but of the few New 52 stuff that I've bought in trades, Aquaman and the others, the Green Arrow stuff from Jeff Lemire, Justice League Dark, and I'm currently reading Batman Eternal. Of course, you have to have Watchmen in your collection. I completely forgot to mention that earlier. And just got Rat Queens Volume 2 for Image. It wouldn't be a collection if I didn't show you my Spider-Man stuff, because he is my favorite superhero, as well as some other Marvel great characters. I've got basically Lethal Protector and Spider-Man Kraven's Last Hunt. I am tracking down all those classic storylines, which I should be adding soon, from Birth of Venom, The Origin of a Hobgoblin, etc., etc. My plan, since I have like 200 issues of Spider-Man here, my plan is to go back and collect everything Spider-Man in trades. I want to have it all, folks. That's my ambition as a comic book collector. I'm trying to do that little by little. Very quickly, The Amazing Spider-Man original graphic novel, Family Business. Great story. I really like that one. And I am a huge Inhumans fan. I have The Origin of the Inhumans here by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Inhumans Volume 2 with Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee. I do not have the Marvel Masterworks series because they're super expensive and out of print. So that's the only thing I'm really missing. Fantastic Four and Inhumans. This is basically Volume 3 of the Inhumans. That's when they get brainwashed and travel to a different Shi'ar base, I think, to assassinate some people. We've got Silent War, which spun out of Son of M and House of M, Secret Invasion and Humans, and I started reading the Bendis and Maliv Daredevil run. It's my Ultimate Collection Volume 1, and some Avengers stuff, Avengers Season 1, Young Avengers, House of M, Avengers The Children's Crusade, because I love the Young Avengers. We've got some Marvel Now stuff, which includes Uncanny Avengers, Black Widow, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, Hawkeye, and Thor, God of Thunder. There are some titles missing, which I've read digitally, which I've read borrowed from people, from my friends, so you're gonna have to excuse me on that. But yeah, that's basically my comic book collection. Did not show you guys this, of course, my Naruto DVD section, which basically Naruto all the way up to the recent volume of Shippuden. And down below, which you cannot see that well because it's super dark here, I've got all the Marvel stuff, which is Fantastic Four, Spectacular Spider-Man, and Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and all the Marvel animated series, Teen Titans, the original animated series. A bunch of stuff is there as well. And some of my signed items, which include Avenging Spider-Man issue 1, signed by Joe Mad. We've got Superman Unchained, sorry for the cable, Superman Unchained Volume 1, signed by Scott Snyder. Batman issue number 1, Volume 2, which is signed by Greg Capullo and Scott Snyder. Both amazing dudes. My holy grail, folks, Aquaman issue 11, the debut issue of Mira, and the Birth of Venom, the McFarlane thing with Amazing Spider-Man. Some of my other variants, which I do not have a lot of, but it's Spider-Man through the decades. So, yep, there you have it, folks. Room Tour 2015. Again, if you have some recommendations for stuff for comic books, DVDs, anime, stuff that you think the Awakened Geekdom crew should watch, please write them down, like and subscribe to our videos, follow us, because we've got a whole slew of titles and craziness upcoming stuff on our channel. Thank you so much. Sorry for the long ass wait. It's been like 6 months into some actual content. I will be doing some reviews and some cool stuff in the near future. Yeah. So thank you once again for tuning in, folks. Thank you, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I will see all of you next time.